This is the book of 2 Timothy, chapter 3, verse 1, and it reads to the Holy Scriptures. This know also in the latter days perilous times should come. Matthew 24:12. And because the iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Iniquity, unrule or grossly unfair behavior. Perilous, perilous, dangerous, hazardous, precarious, perilous, risky, meaning bringing or involving the chance of loss or injury. Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Wakakadash. Double honors to the elders for preaching the word truthfully and sincerely. In the name of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Wakakadash. Shalom to the Akim, scattered through the four corners of the globe, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely. In the name of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Wakakadash. And I say shalom to you Akim out there. And this is a sit-down lesson that I'm about to bring out. And this was recently from the NewYorkPost.com as of January 7th, 2023 at 3:38 p.m. Central Standard Time. I mean Eastern Time, because it's New York City, Eastern Time. And this is a recent news article. And I recently did a video of what happened down there in Utah. I would say about day before yesterday, about a murder-suicide incident had happened. Eight people were killed in a murder-suicide, and it was the 7 people were killed of the person that actually did it, and then the person took out his own life. That was 8 people in total that did a murder-suicide in Utah. Now we have another one. This was recently. Now this is in North Carolina, another murder-suicide rate. And it says this article was published by Matthew Sadeka of the New York Post as of January 7, 2023. And it reads, 5 dead, including 3 minors, in a alleged North Carolina murder-suicide. And it says the alleged murder-suicide in North Carolina happened just days after a similar crime in Utah. The WFMY News 2 reported. And it says 5 people, including 3 minors, were found dead at a High Point, North Carolina home in what is being investigated as a murder-suicide, police says. It says the bodies of 2 adults and 3 juveniles were discovered inside a home on Saturday morning at 7 a.m., says police, who responding to 2 adults crying out for help. It says people arrived to find a man and woman who had been in the home during the incident and told officers that they needed help. The WFMY reported. It says police find their way into the home where they found the 5 people who were pronounced dead at the scene. And it said that's the home where it took place at North Carolina. And this is reported from WFMY News 2. And it says 5 people were found dead in a North Carolina home, and that's the home right there. And it says from the WFMY News 2. It says the North Carolina deaths just comes 2 days after a 42-year-old Michael Hype fatally shot 7 of his family members, including his 5 children between the ages of 4 and 17, and his wife and his 78-year-old mother-in-law, the Enoch City, Utah, before turning the gun on himself. It says the tragic family murder suicides occurred 2 weeks after Haynes' wife, Talisha, filed for divorce. Height's sister-in-law said that he has removed all of the family's guns just days before the slaughter, making them vulnerable. So yeah, man. Uh, like the scripture has stated, uh, 2 Timothy 3:1, no so in the latter days perilous times shall come, and we're definitely living in those times. And I just did a discussion about this when I did my indoor ministry camp. I say about an hour or two ago, and I was mentioning about the love of many are waxing cold, the love of others are waxing cold in the latter days. You know, and sin is gonna increase even more and more throughout the roof. And I was mentioning, the murder suicide rates was off the charts in the year 2022. Because I've been covering stories, been doing sit down license in regards to that. Now you see these latest 2 incidents as we entering in 2023. You know, so far this year, for the past 2 or 3 days, we've been seeing 2 cases of murder suicide rates. This is beyond crazy. And that's why I brought those scriptures of Matthew 24:12. In the latter days, Salakia, because the iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. And that's what we are seeing so far. Just like that, what happened over there in Utah. 8 people had that, and they murder suicide rate. This person took out his 7 of his family members, and then he turned the gun on himself. I guess because they was going to a family issue. His wife divorced him, so I don't know if he kind of got discouraged about that. So he took out 7 of his family members and turned the gun on himself, and then there was a number of total 8 people died. Now, a few days later, you got this incident, another murder suicide rate, and this is in North Carolina. 5 people dead, including 3 children, in alleged North Carolina murder suicide. So yeah, I'm gonna bring out those scriptures again for edification's sake. It pertains to this news article of what been happening in the past few days in the year 2023 so far. And this is I'm gonna go right to it. Slovakia. Just an internet connection. Slovakia for that. Press the wrong button. Let's see. What's going on with the internet connection? I guess it's taking its time loading. Salaki for that. Bear with me 1 second so I can bring out that scripture again. The ones that I brought out earlier for the lesson. Oh, here it goes. Lock in for that. Just my internet connection. It was just loading up. So yeah, this is Matthews 24 and 12. And I'm gonna bring it out again for edification's sake of this lesson. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many are waxing. The love of many shall wax cold, right? Because the love of many are definitely waxing cold, especially for these past couple of days. You've been seeing murder-suicide rates increasing once again. Just like we had a huge record-breaking of murder-suicides in the year of 2022. Now we starting off seeing it in a new beginning of a new year in 2023. Now for the past few days, you've been seeing a murder-suicide rates increasing once again. The latest one happened in Utah. Now we got the latest one in North Carolina. So yeah, I'm gonna bring out 2 Timothy 3:1 as well too. 2 Timothy 3:1, and it reads, "This also, that in the last days perilous times shall come." Right, so we are definitely living in those times. We are definitely entering in those serious, crazy, perilous times, Like the scripture says, because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. In 2 Timothy 3:1 as well too. There's also know in the latter days perilous times shall come. So we are definitely living in those times. With these latest stories that came out for the past few days. Now what happened over there in Utah. Now you got this right here in North Carolina. 5 people dead, including 3 minors, in an alleged North Carolina murder-suicide rate, So hey, we are definitely living in those times, those perilous times, So with that, I just wanted to bring out this latest news article that just recently happened about this case right here, So yeah, we're definitely living in those times, man. Hey, perilous times, So with that, I hope this lesson was edifying. So with that, I would like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem Akarkadash. Double honors to the elders for preaching his word truthfully and sincerely. In the name of Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem Akarkadash. And Shalom to the Akim, scattered through the 4 corners of the globe, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely. In the name of Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem Akarkadash. Till next time, I say Shalom. I thought he was still in the front.
I see him up there.
He must have went to the store then.
I guess so, but that's done.